the new chapter, tissues. Okay, right? In last chapter, you have learned what is a unicellular organism and what is a multicellular organism. What is a unicellular organism? The organism whose body is only one cell is known as
Not audible.
multicellular organism. What is multicellular organism? An organism whose body is made up of more than one cell. That means many cells are there in the organism body.
ಬಂದಿರಿ ನಮಗೆ
Is it clear to all of you? Can you see it on the board?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can't.
Sir, you can sit. Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm not able to see, sir.
You're not able to see the board.
Yes, sir.
Samarth, mute your mic.
Can you see the board or
It's
not?
right, sir. Sir, in mobile devices, it will be small, sir.
It is looking small.
We can see, sir. We can see.
Can you
In mobile device, just slide out.
can you read it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see.
Now is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, up, sir. Up. Right, sir. Right.
Okay. Is it clear now?
Okay, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. You guys don't sleep. Yes, sir.
Hope I think you can see now clearly. Right. Yeah. And multicellular organism. What is multicellular organism? An organism whose body is made up of one cell. Right?
Mute your organism whose body is made up of many cells.
Yes. Animals,
Is
plants,
made up of more than one cell.
fungi, etc. Right? Okay. So actually this amoeba, bacteria, these two, in the classification of organisms, you are going to learn under two kingdoms. Amoeba as Protista and bacteria as Monera. And these three you are going to learn as Animalia, Plantae and Fungi. That we will learn in the next chapter. Okay? Try to remember it. So, in unicellular organisms, single cell itself performs all the basic functions that are required by the organism. Okay, have you written it? Shall I rub it up?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, in which chapter, sir? Sir, is this a new chapter?
In
Tissues.
multicellular
Tissues.
organism, single cell itself performs all the necessary basic functions of that organism. Whereas in multicellular organism, each specialized function is taken up by a different group of cells. Okay. Note this point. In multicellular organisms, each function is taken up by a group of cells. And all the cells of this group carry out only one function. So, as one function is carried out by a group of cells, that function will be carried out very efficiently and effectively. As all the cells of the group carry out only one function, the function is carried out very efficiently. So if a question is asked to you, why each specialized function is given to some specific groups of cells in multicellular organisms, you can answer that as all the cells of the group carry out only one function, the function can be carried out very efficiently. That answer you can write. Just let me allow some of the members who are waiting in the lobby. Okay, is that clear? Right. So examples for multicellular organisms, you know.
Yes, sir.
Let us see what are the different groups of cells. Okay. If you take humans, muscles, they contract and relax. And exhibit movement. And exhibit movement. So, this muscles, muscular tissue is a group of cells. Next, nervous tissue. What the nerve cells do? They carry the message. They carry the messages from brain to organs and from organs to brains. You take blood cells. What do? They transport. They transport gases, that is respiratory gases, food, that is digested food, and waste, that is metabolic waste. So, blood cells transport gases, food, and waste. So, this is in humans. Humans I have taken as representative of animals. Take the plants. In plants, there are vascular tissues. Vascular tissues, they transport food and water. Example for vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, which we are going to discuss in detail afterwards. Have you written them? Are you making the notes?
Sir, blood cells come under connective tissue, right, sir?
Yeah, we are going to learn about it. I am just giving you introduction only. Okay? While discussing about animal
Okay, sir.
tissues,
Yes.
we will discuss about blood tissues, blood cells, everything. Okay? In detail. Are you making notes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you completed it?
Yes, sir.
Shall I wrap it up?
Sir, it is not clear. It is not clear.
It is not clear. Is it not clear?
Full it is clear, sir.
It is very much.
It screen, yeah. Otherwise, it will be clear. Pin that screen.
You try to just increase the screen. I think you can increase your screen size.
You can pin search. We can pin search block. Then you can increase its size. Then it will be visible easy.
I can't increase my screen, but you can increase your screen. I think so.
No, sir. I am telling others to increase their
Yeah. Thank you.
by pinning your screen, sir.
Right.
Not just I am doing that only, sir.
Yes.
It is.
Sir, wait, sir. I will wait, sir.
Good. Initially, for 1 or 2 classes, you may be having some hiccups. Later on, we both can adjust with the system, okay? You know something? I am using my personal data even though it is costlier because our class should not go buffering. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Hope yesterday you might not have got any disturbance in the entire class. No buffering, nothing, right? Yeah.
Sir.
In unicellular organisms, division of labor can be exhibited, as well as in multicellular organisms also, division of labor can be exhibited. What is division of labor? Division of labor means assorting the works to different groups. Assorting different works to different groups is known as division of labor. So in unicellular organism, inside the cell, separate organelles are there, using which the division of labor is exhibited by them. Whereas in multicellular organisms, division of labor is exhibited by having different groups of cells. Okay. So a question can be asked, how division of labor is exhibited in unicellular organisms and in multicellular organisms? The answer can be, unicellular organisms exhibit division of labor by having different organs in them. right? Unicellular organisms exhibit division of labor by having different organelles, whereas multicellular organisms exhibit division of labor by having different groups of cells, right?
Right.
Some students are coming very late. I cannot admit, I cannot keep
Sir,
admitting
I
them.
was having network problem.
Come again?
Sir, I was having network issue, sir. Network went.
I can't listen to you correctly. Speak louder.
Sir, there was network issue.
It is not much audible here.
Sir, I was having network problem. Sir, he was telling there was a network issue.
Network issue that is there in your problem. It is not my problem. My video is continuously on.
Sir, do prokaryotic cells exhibit this division of labor?
There are different functional regions, but they are not covered by membranes. So their functions will not be that much efficient. Got my point?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So prokaryotic cells could not evolve into multicellular forms because they do not have organelles in them. Got it? As they do not have
Yes, sir.
organelles in them, their functions are not so efficient. As their functions are not
Yes,
so
sir.
efficient, they could not increase in size or in number. Are you getting it? Only eukaryotic
Yes, sir.
cells could evolve from unicellular to multicellular. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
How
Yes, sir. Thank you.
eukaryotic organisms could evolve into multicellular forms because they are having organelles by which their functions are very efficient so that they could evolve into multicellular forms. In prokaryotes, there is no
Yes, sir.
multicellular prokaryote. Hope you all have written it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right, right. So let us write what is tissue now. A cluster or group of cells at a definite place in the body which is specialized in one particular function is called a tissue. A cluster or group of cells at a definite place in the body at a definite place in the body which is specialized in only one function. is called a tissue. Tissue, it is arranged and designed so as to give the highest possible efficiency of function. As it is written, a cluster or group of cells at a definite place in the body which is specialized in one function is called a tissue. A tissue is arranged and designed in such a way so that it can deliver the highest possible efficiency of that particular function. A question can be asked, what forms a tissue? What forms a tissue? A group of cells that are similar in structure and in function together. A group of cells that are similar in structure and function together to achieve a particular function. To achieve a particular function, form a tissue. Form a tissue. So definition only you have to write in a different manner. What forms a tissue means a group of cells that are similar in structure and function together to achieve a particular function form a tissue. Right? And as we all know, there are plants and animals. There are plants and animals, fungi, bacteria, and these protistants. Of course, we are not going to discuss about bacteria and protistants. Why? Why don't we discuss about bacteria and protistants like amoeba under this chapter tissue? Can anyone tell?
Sir, because they're unicellular organisms and they don't contain a tissue like animal cells have.
Very nice. You are following very, very nicely. Very good. Thank you. Right. And we are not going to discuss even fungi also, because fungi also are not going to have those many tissues. They are also of a very primitive level only. Right? We are going to discuss mostly about plants and animal tissues only. Right? Hope you all know why we are going to discuss about plants and animal tissues. Why?
Yes, sir.
Because plants and animals are really large in size and will have many tissues in them. Okay. But are plants and animals going to have same type of tissues? Can anyone answer?
No, sir. No, sir.
Why?
No, sir.
Why?
Because they contain different type of.
Sir, because animals have evolved to move around and carry out functions that plants don't carry out.
Very good. Simple answer is animals are heterotrophic in nature and motile in nature, whereas plants are sedentary and autotrophic in nature. Got my point? Animals are
Yes, sir.
motile and heterotrophic in nature, whereas plants are sedentary or stationary and they are autotrophic in nature. Okay, so there are some observable differences between plants and animal tissues. Let us discuss what are those differences between plant and animal tissues. If I dictate, can you write? Is it possible or I have to write on the board only?
You only write, sir.
I only write? Okay. Plants, as I already said, they are stationary or fixed. So they have large quantity of supportive tissue. Why support is needed? Since they are stationary or fixed in nature, they may be coming across with many environmental pressures and physical and chemical threats. In order to withstand with all these environmental pressures and other threats, they must be strong enough or they must have more supportive tissues, right? Plants are stationary or fixed. So,
Yes, sir.
they have large quantity of supportive tissues. What about
Yes, sir.
animals? Animals are motile. So, they do not need more amount of supportive tissue, right? Why do animals are motile? Why do animals are motile in
Because
nature?
they are heterotrophic, sir.
They can move from one
So
place
what is meaning of motile?
Able to move.
Movable.
if they
Yes, sir.
Movable or able
Because
to
they are
move.
heterotrophic and they need to they search for shelter, food, and other important things for survival.
Yeah. Every animal, it will move. Animals are heterotrophic in nature, na? So they cannot prepare their food.
Yes, sir.
So they need to get the food. So they move in
Yes,
search
sir.
of food. And animals, whenever there is some rain is coming or some predator is there in front of it or some prey is there in front of it, to catch it or to avoid from predator, they need to run from one place to another place. And to take rest, they need shelter. Very, very importantly, to produce their offspring, they need their mate or partner. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So animals move in search of their food, in search of shelter, and in search of their partner or mate generally, and other things, to escape from predators or to catch their prey. That can be written, okay, in search of food, both the ways, right? So animals are motile. So they are able to move from one place to another place. So they can easily avoid environmental pressures or physical and chemical threats. So do they need more supportive tissue? Like
No, sir.
plants, do
No,
animals
sir.
need
No,
more
sir.
supportive tissue?
No, sir. No,
Not
sir.
required, right? So they do not have much supportive tissue. Right. Coming to plants. Plants have large quantities of supportive tissue. If the supportive tissue is having all living cells, maintaining the living cells will be difficult by the plant body, because plants are autotrophic in nature. As plants are autotrophic in nature, they cannot synthesize sufficient amount of food which can meet with the energy requirements of all the living cells of the supportive tissue. So, plants need supportive tissue, but that supportive tissue should not consume more energy. It should not require more maintenance energy. Then, how is this going to be possible? If something is not asking energy, then only it is possible. A living cell is going to ask energy. A dead cell is not going to ask energy. So, most of the supportive tissue consists of dead cells. Got my point? Plants are having large amount of supportive tissue, which is going to have more of dead cells, so that maintaining that tissue is not going to be cumbersome or hard for the plant. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
More of dead cells. Right. And in the coming to animals, animals do not have what? Much supportive tissue. And animals can get plenty of food because they can move from one place to another place. If in one place food is not there, they can move to another place. Right? So they can get sufficient amount of food. They are not preparing, they are taking the food from the other organisms. So they can get sufficient amount of food. So, and they do not have much supportive tissue also. So whatever the cells that are there in the animal body, most of them are living cells.
Living.
Most of the cells are living cells, because they are having good access of food, whereas plants do not have much access of food, since they need to synthesize the food on their own. Have you written it?
Yes.
Tissue means
Yes, sir.
Someone is
Yes,
asking
sir.
Sir,
something?
who coined the term tissue?
Huh?
tissue means
Ask it clearly. Ask it clearly. Okay. Right.
Sir, tissue means
Tissue means a cluster of cells
at a definite place in the body.
Your voice is not audible here. Okay. Already regarding tissue and all, it is explained previously itself. You can just check it out. Suddenly, I don't know what happened. Your voice it has become very low. Right. Come to pattern of growth. Pattern of growth in plants and in animals. In plants, growth is limited only to certain regions. Growth do not occur in entire plant body. It occurs only in regions. Whereas in animals, growth is in entire body. It is not limited to any particular region. In plants, only some tissues divide and other tissues do not divide. Means growth is not uniform. Whereas in animals, all the tissues can divide, so growth is uniform. As the growth is not uniform in plants, there is a clear demarcation of dividing and non-dividing tissues in plant body. As there is uniformity in growth, in animals, there is no demarcation like dividing and non-dividing tissues. And organization of organs and tissues is less specialized in the case of plants, whereas it is highly specialized in the case of animals. Why the organization of organs and tissues is less specialized in plants? Because plants are stationary and they are autotrophic in nature. Why the organization of organs and tissues is far specialized in animals? Because animals, they are able to move from one place to other place and they are heterotrophic in nature. Regarding these points, notes I'll give you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry, next class. Thank you. Now I am winding up this class.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Good day.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye bye bye.
Manjuna, 3 minutes.